I've been gardening for probably 9 years. Everything that I did here in the grow room today, you can do this at home. We used to do it on the windowsill. No matter if your space is small or your space is large, you can grow your own food, your own beauty. Today, I am committed to starting seeds. I'm so excited. It's actually a beautiful day. It's kind of sunny outside. Let's see what it is. It is -11 outside. And unfortunately, our wood situation is getting dire at this moment. So we are March 1st today, and we have, I don't even think we have a cord of wood left. It's gonna have to do, because that's all the wood we have for this year. I'm doing a fire today because it's cold in the garage. And I like a fire. So let's go into the seed room and check out what is on our to-do list. See how much better it looks, guys? We're almost there. So there, we got this stuff on the table to put away, and maybe I'll go grab that other stainless steel table like this one. I cut up some of these last week because right now we just have pretty gigantic logs. Absolutely zero coals from last night. That's not what I was expecting. Just found this one. I'm gonna cut it up too. This is just so well, we'll give that a try. There's some pretty wet wood left. I am so excited to finally be planting in the grow room. I know 100% I needed the break, but I am ready for gardening season. I know it's still freezing outside, but I have to have this drive. This is why we have this space. I'm just sitting here waiting for the fire to get hot enough. Right now it's showing full heat. That's probably pretty good. But I got the door open to the grow room, and I'm noticing there's something I need to change in there. So why don't we go do that now? Basically anything that you bring home from Costco in a packet can be used in the garden. So I'm gonna just leave them here for now and show you what I did. So you see, that whole bottom shelf now is available, and I put all those up there. So they look great. I know there's a better way, but that's how it is right now. These seeds are our seeds from last garden, and yeah, I just haven't dealt with them yet. So I'm just gonna put those under here. Shaking out. Oh, I put them up there. I'll never look at them again. I'm gonna go grab that table, I think. That is very exciting to me. Who doesn't love that? Another stainless steel table in here. This one. Now this one. I'm gonna take some time and clean off these tables, which we use for barbecuing and stuff. But nice to get a nice little wash off. Stand up, rise up, rise up. Oh, I was just coming in to start this and I forgot that we did this and didn't film it. On the back of the two shelves, we added a mylar sheet, one mylar sheet and one mylar sheet there. Those are just the emergency blanket in like a first aid kit. So we are hoping that the reflection off the silver will be more than the reflection off the white in the back shelf. I'm gonna maybe turn on that light. It seems a little dark in here. I'm trying to figure out why it's so hot in here. I'm wearing my hat and a hood. Let's start with the hood. I keep all of the seeds in these 3 bins right here. The top bin is vegetables. The middle bin, which is colorful, is flowers. And the bottom bin is like a light green color and it is mostly herbs, but the overflow of vegetables has sort of migrated into this one as well. And honestly, with the amount of seed packs I bought last month, I'm gonna need another one of these for sure. I'll be going on my way to Michael's next time those are on sale. Can you see the issue we're having? Celery, onions for sure, and then I grabbed the brassicas just in case. And then I couldn't help myself. I grabbed also some thyme. This takes a long time to come up, and I love thyme in my aisles. It's so gorgeous and it's very strong and hardy. This one's Vessi Seeds Thyme Magic Carpet.
This is carpet thyme. Last year this was the size of my hand and now it's spread all the way out there, which I completely love.
And the thyme was a surprise to me. I'm excited that we did that though, because I have thyme walkways starting in the garden. I just want to keep adding those thyme walkways. And when we do the new section of the garden, all the walkways in there are going to be thyme. Let's take a second and go through these seeds I picked. We already talked about the thyme. Not going to talk just about the brassicas just yet. I have, I think 3 types of celery. Yeah, I'm going to do the 3 kinds that I did last year. The tall Utah, the Tango, and the Hudson. I found all of these did very, very well last year. They're all different heights, which is kind of nice. They all have different maturity. Tango is 90 days. Hudson is 105 to 110 days. I think the Utah was the longest one at probably like 120 days.
I couldn't find my harvesting knife, so I just grabbed one from the kitchen. Oh, it's still amazing.
Celery is something that we use in probably 4 or 5 variations. If you're curious about how I use celery, please check out this video right here. I go into depth about how you can turn that one celery stalk into, I think, 5 different processed items that you can do at home. And celery seasoning is amazing, especially when you can make it at home with the products that you picked out of your harvest. So that's pretty awesome. And then for onions, I'm seeing it right on top. These blush onions, I am going to plant these this year, and I'm probably going to plant at least 4 times the amount of these as I did last year. They're storing amazingly. They're about I would say they're probably 2 to 3 inch. No, like probably 3 inches in diameter. And last year, all I did was I shouldered the onions as they were growing, and I think that helped with how big they got. But you can also harvest these as bunching onions when they're young. So on this one, it says that the seeds want to be covered by a 1/2 inch. An onion seed started indoors 6 to 8 weeks ahead of transplanting will be earlier, larger, and have a better shape than sets and direct seeded onions. Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
We started them by just sprinkling seeds in a 4-inch pot. Growing onions from seed gets you these massive onions. When I used to use sets, maybe our biggest onion was about this size when I used sets, and now we're getting wonderful onions.
The reason why I'm planting them is because these are longer germination. It takes the celery especially a lot longer to germinate, to form that root, to start those couple of leaves. So that one has to be started early here because we only have a certain length of season. So I have to start those early. Again, another one that can be started right on your windowsill in a bin like this, just like this. No, I don't think I'll do the spring onions just yet, but I'm definitely going to be doing the Oneida onions. These are 106 days, so these also have to be done. But that's what we're going to start with, onions and celery, and then we'll head on to the brassicas. If I'm feeling it, we'll head on to the brassicas and we'll walk through this package and see what I end up planting out of the brassica package. I also grabbed some of these. I think earlier I might have said these were 4-inch, but they're actually 3-inch here and 3-inch here, and they're 4-inch high. So these are the ones that I use mostly. I have 9 here. I probably won't need this many. I also have my pump sprayer here. This one's labeled garden because this is the one we use for the garden. Trying to remember what the other one's labeled. And of course we have our soil. One of the most important parts of any garden or any plant that you want to grow is the soil. I've learned that over time. I focus way more time and energy and money on my soil. And then when we are doing our seedlings and stuff like that, I make my own soil typically. So in this soil, we have the Pro Mix, the Pro Mixed Organic Vegetable and Herb Mix. And I also added some MP mix, which is like an inert soil, but it's good to mix with this, just keeps it nice and light and fluffy. And I also added some bone meal for the root growth of the plant, which is all we're trying to get it to do right now. Woo, that one. Oh, in case you weren't sure, that was my bug zapper. So this is a heat mat here. I really don't pay attention too much to the details, but they just plug in to the wall. I keep them on all the time, 24/7. Okay, I guess we have nothing left to do other than fill up some pots and plant some seeds. So basically I have 8 pots. I have a few seeds, so I'm just gonna figure out how many pots I have. Celery, Tango. These are the first seeds I'm planting this year. This is pretty nice. I spray the surface of the soil before I put my seeds in. I find that it's easier to like not have the seed move around when the soil's wet. I'm just trying to see how many seeds are in here. Yeah, I'm gonna probably sprinkle like half these seeds on here. I'll put that back there to show that I finished those ones already. I just added a 1/2 inch soil on top. That's what they were asking for. Always gets me. I just usually take a second and kind of make it pretty fine for the tops of these. We're not putting a lot of soil on there, 1/2 inch maybe. And I'm gonna spray it again. Set those seeds in there. And that one is all done. So I probably put, I would say a good 20 seeds in each one of these. I have one Oneida. Carpet time right here. Oh, actually look at this. This one has a other little package in it because these seeds are so tiny. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle those on here. Oh my goodness. I don't like these packages because they have sticky glue right here. So when you open up the package to get it out, the seeds will actually stick onto that. Celery Tango. I usually just turn that back like that before I put my seeds out, because now it's not going to get stuck to it. These seeds are also so tiny. This one was Hudson. Oh, these are like coated. Look, they're white. That's a coated seed. Celery seeds are so tiny that sometimes people will buy them coated so that you can actually see them individually and you can see them where you planted them. They just take a little bit longer to germinate, I find, in my experience anyways. I don't typically source out coated seeds, but I do know a lot of people use them for carrots because carrots are also very tiny. Celery Hudson. Okay. Oh, actually, this is going to be a good one to show you how many seeds I put in here. And the only one's left is blush. Hopefully I've got enough of these because I got 3 pots. Oh, definitely not going to have enough. I guess we'll have to go to the seed store. It's okay. If we have to, I will. Okay, let's get this finished. This is the last one. I might have enough for one in here. Onions, I want to pack a lot in there. Like I probably am going to put this whole thing in one of these. Oh, I might get 2. Yeah, I'm going to get 2. Okay, so this one has nothing in it. Okay, we're going to cover these with soil now. Just enough to cover the seeds and maintain some water, some moisture on top of them. Take a little bit of this and just sprinkle it on top. Okay. So now they all got a layer of new 1/2 inch soil on top. We're going to spray them down. Hit that trusty throttle. Wait, that one was empty, right? Before I get myself confused. Take a good spraying to top of these. Switch the trays because this tray is full of dirt now. I bottom water, so if there's anything like this in the bottom of the tray, it's just gonna get all muddy in there when you put the water in. So I just switch trays and then I'll just bang this out outside. And then that'll go on top like that. And that'll sit on top of the heat mat for probably, I don't know, at least 6 or 7 days before we even see anything. But over the week, every single day, maybe even twice a day, we'll come in here and we'll water these. This top of the soil needs to stay damp all the time the seeds are trying to germinate. It's like I want to hug it. That'll start to warm up. And once it does, it'll start warming up the soil and keeping the soil moist. Keeping the soil damp on the surface. I'm not going to start the broccoli or the cold hardy vegetables just yet. I will start them maybe in a few weeks. But for now, we have the important ones, the onions and the celery. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next week. Take care. This is for my future self. Go pick up some more blush onions. And for you guys, these are my favorite onions that I've ever grown. If you are interested to see how we grew these onions and how we grew them as big as we did, please click on the link above. Thank you.